Hello, it is your girlfriend, aka the equalizer of your mental health matters, helping you to gain a more balanced perspective so that you can live a wealthy and colorful life. Today, I'm going to share something that's been on my heart, particularly this week as seasons are changing, as people are transitioning into different spaces in life, and with everything that's going on around us, and how much we need everybody's help. We need everybody's assistance. We need to band together, to work together so that everybody has what they need. Today, I want to talk about pre does not mean unqualified. Pre does not mean unqualified. And I preface this conversation and everything else I'm about to say with the idea and the utmost respect for everyone's ability to choose, in respect of everyone's ability to choose what is best for them, what they want, what services they want, who they want to provide those services, and all of those things. I say that with the utmost respect as I have this conversation with you. I just wanted to bring something though to the forefront and to our attention so that as we move forward, we're not overlooking opportunities or people that can help us, opportunities to be helped, opportunities to help others, or just making space for people, period, to grow and to expand and to learn. As a licensed professional counselor and one who has been in the field of mental wellness, emotional wellness for 15 years plus, I have had the experience myself of being a para or pre-professional person in this field. I want to say about people who are not maybe licensed or quite certified just yet to provide certain services. It does not mean that just because they are not licensed or that they are not certified per se on paper, that they're not qualified to do whatever job it is that they are working to work in or whatever, be in the field and provide services in a professional way or in a way that is provides quality of life or helps to assist with quality of life to those that they would serve. Sometimes there's the idea that people who are not quite where others are in their level of experience somehow are less than or not quite as good as someone else. And to some degree, with regard to the level of exposure and the level of experience, that could be true because some things you just won't know unless you've done it before, unless you've experienced it before. So to some degree, that could be true. But one of the things that I've had a conversation with one of my colleagues about with regard to this topic is the idea that as a person is gaining learning in a certain space, whatever their profession is or whatever skill set they are seeking to develop, sometimes someone who hasn't been in the game as long is not jaded by the things that they've already seen. And so they're willing to try new things that actually could be helpful to the people that they're serving. Whereas some people who have been in the profession a little bit longer may not necessarily be as open to trying some of those things because they know what works, quote unquote, right? But we all have an opportunity to continue learning and to continue growing, no matter how long of a time or how short of a time we've been in a profession or in a certain space where we serve. So I want to encourage everyone who is looking for certain services, maybe counseling is the service that you're looking for, or whatever it is that you're looking for, to be kind, to be understanding if you are engaging with someone who is learning and expanding, to give them an opportunity, because at some point you were that person. If you're in a professional field, you were that person who was learning. You were that person who was growing, and you needed somebody to give you a chance, to give you an opportunity. And understand, these people are not providing these services unsupervised. Again, I reiterate that those who are considered pre-professional or pre-certified or pre-licensed are not or should not, let's be very clear, be providing these services unsupervised. And I can speak for myself as now a person who is in a supervisory role, who is certified to supervise, that I do not approve of anything that I believe is harmful to others when it comes to the way that I am training my interns. They are being supervised. They are receiving feedback from us on a weekly basis about things that they can do differently, different strategies that they can implement. They are encouraged to develop themselves personally as well as professionally. And so they are being equipped to do what they're doing. And so, in consideration of that, I ask that you be kind. I ask that you open your mind, open your heart some to the idea of someone who is a pre-professional, pre-licensed, pre-certified person who is in training. Be open to being a person that can receive services from them. We all have been in that place at some point in our lives, and we needed someone to be kind, to be patient with us, and to allow us to practice the very thing that we know comes very naturally to us, but we need a little bit more refining. And that's what the purpose of training and supervision is to help people to refine the gifts that are natural to them. And let's be for real, many of us pursue certain things just because that's something in some way that comes naturally to us. Maybe it's caring for others, maybe it's technology, maybe it is analytics, maybe it's math, science, whatever it is, it still has to be cultivated. It still has to be refined. So let's be kind in our consideration of those who are pre anything. Let's remember that pre does not mean unqualified. As a matter of fact, because they care and because they are pursuing something that comes more naturally to them, you actually might be in better hands with someone who has not been at it so long that they've lost their care, they've lost their personal touch just because they know how to do it. So thank you so much for joining me for this moment. Thank you for entertaining the idea of allowing someone to learn and for you to be a part of their learning and their growing process. Until the next time, be well, stay balanced, and remember, your mental health matters. Peace.